Rockingham, also known as Washington's headquarters, is a New Jersey State historic site located on the banks of the Delaware and Raritan Canal State Park in Franklin Township, near the village of Kingston. General George Washington lived here for several months in the fall of 1783, while the Continental Congress was in session in nearby Princeton. They were all awaiting word from Paris that the Treaty of Paris had been signed, which would signal the end of the Revolutionary War. In October, General Washington sat down at his desk in Rockingham and wrote his Farewell Orders to the Armies of the United States, which is often called his Farewell Address to the Troops. This was first read to the Army at West Point on November 2nd, after confirmation that the treaty had been signed arrived in Princeton on October 31st. On November 10, 1783, General Washington left Rockingham and began his long journey home to join his wife, Martha, at Mount Vernon in Virginia, his final leg on the long road to peace. Rockingham itself has had a few changes over the years, but is now maintained as it would have been when General Washington was in residence. One of the special features of the site is the Colonial kitchen garden, seen here in front of the house, which would have been a necessity for any colonial household. A typical colonial kitchen garden was planted with a variety of vegetables, and with culinary, household, and medicinal herbs and flowering plants. Plots within the garden were carefully laid out for ease of growing and ease of access. Households depended on their kitchen gardens, and practicality was more important than artistry. Although, when seen from above, as we are viewing it now from Rockingham's second-floor balcony porch, the garden looks very elegant indeed. The present garden was created and developed by the Stony Brook Garden Club of Princeton and is now maintained by community volunteers, under the guidance of the Rockingham Association, whose members provide many services to the historic site. Now let's take a stroll through the garden and see what we can find. This hardy vintage apple tree has been shaped and twisted by time, but it still bears hardy vintage apples. This volunteer is helping to cultivate the garden and to reap the benefits in garden produce for his own table. He's well protected against the sun and against the various flying insects and butterflies that treat the garden as their personal playground. Rockingham has a special place in American history and is a very special place in Franklin Township.